Hey everybody, welcome back to 12 Days of Christmas. In today's little mini video, I don't even know if it's mini, but anyways, in today's video, we will be making coasters. So be sure to click the link in the description box, pop over to Facebook, join my sewing group if you haven't already, because that is where the free download templates will be located. Happy sewing. So if you don't already, you're gonna pop to my group and join and download the coaster set template that I created for you, and on it you will find 4 different shape options. And in today's, I'm going to be making the diamond. I think that this is just going to be really fun with the top stitching elements of the fractals of the diamond. So that's the one I'm going to be working on. And now a couple of notes. Generally coasters come in sets of 4, and so these are going to be double-sided coasters, so you're going to have to cut out 8 of whatever shape you decide on to make a full set. You can mix and match shapes. You can go off script and make your own shape. You do not have to use this at all. I am just merely providing a template for your creativity to jump off of. You can just do 2 layers, wrong sides together. You can stitch or quilt them all together to give it some pizzazz. You can, if you have thick leather, you can just do 1 coaster. You can add some top stitch detailing if you want to just add some funky details to it, or you can just cut them out and brand them, or you can do whatever you like here. This is just an idea. Another option that you could do is in between your 2 layers, you can put a layer of Insulbrite, which is a thermal barrier that will keep heat or cold away from whatever surface you have your coaster on. Cork in and of itself is a conductor, or not a conductor, but it dampens heat and cold already, so I'm not too concerned with it. But if you wanted to add Insulbrite, you certainly could in between your 2 layers, and it would give it some fluff if you quilt it. So just something to consider. So all right, let's get started. I cut out the diamond, and I'm going to trace that onto the back side of my cork. I'm going to cut out 2 of them. Now, if you have, the blade is loose, yeah. If you have a cutting machine, you could certainly create your own shapes on whatever platform it uses. And then you can have your machine cut these out for really precise cuts. I am not providing SVG files because these are just basic shapes. And I know in the Brother Scan and Cut platform, you can just draw shapes right in it. So I think that that could easily be accomplished. Okay, so here is my first diamond. I'm just going to lay that directly down. So regarding the detail lines, I know that the shape translates as a diamond without the lines on it, but I think that it would be a really fun detail to add those lines with thread. So that's what I'm going to do. Now you have 2 options here. You can do each individual, transfer the lines, and then on each coaster do their own set of lines, or you can place them wrong sides together and do the lines and quilt them at the same time. So the only thing that you want to think about with that is tying it off on the back. So here's an example that I made. This is a 2-sided diamond, and I used this really heavy Tex, I think it's 70, Tex 70 thread, so it's nice and thick, and it just looks really cool. It's very, very obvious on this cork. But the problem is you have to tie it off on the back, so you get little bird's nests. So that's something to consider. That's, on this one, I did them separate. I did them each, and then I was able to tie them off toward the back, and I was able to hide them. But on this one, I think I'm just going to do the quilting method and do them wrong sides together and just do a 1-pass stitch to see how it looks. Because I did all of my lines on here, and I was able to tie them off toward the wrong side of the cork. But then when I quilted them together on the edges, I still had a little bird's nest here. So I'm just going to try it this route and see if it makes that much of a difference for me. Now, obviously, if you're not using Tex 70 or any thick thread, then you probably won't have that problem. If I was using my Gouda Romero 120, I would just backstitch, not even think about it. But okay, so here are my 2 pieces glued together. And now I'm just going to draw out my diamond lines. So you're just going to connect the points. So top point to bottom, side to side. Oops. And then now you just need to add a little, this little section here, this little triangle. And if you want to get more detailed, you certainly can. There are way more lines that you can add to accentuate and create that diamond look. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the machine and I'm going to stitch all of these lines, and I'm going to stitch around the perimeter. So I was able to get almost all the way around in one go of it, but I just need to do this little diamond accent there. That's what it looks like. Alrighty, so this is what it looks like. And now what I need to do is just pull all the threads to one side and tie them off. And so I'm going to try to pull them all to this side here. All right, so this is what it looks like now with all of my ends tied off. And all I have to do to finish up is just trim up my edges here. One more. Ta-da! All right, everybody, I hope that you enjoyed that quick little video on how to make a set of coasters. Sorry if you heard that. Druzy almost just fell off my table because she was running. Say hello. We hope that you enjoyed day 5 of 12 Days of Christmas. Be sure to press like, subscribe, leave me a comment, all of that jazz, and we will see you back here tomorrow for day 6.